Hey, konnichiwa, it's Grave, Wakizashi's Teahouse, home in Japan. How you doing? Are you good? Are you Genki? Today I've got a review of Amazing Spider-Man issue 67. That is legacy number 961, $4.99, 32 pages. Written by Justina Ireland, this issue, and pencils are by Andrea Broccardo, ink Scott Hanna. So, God, I've forgotten. I don't even know what we're up to now. What part of the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man is this? Because you know what? There are so many parts. I think we're up to part 7. Have a look at this. Yeah, this is part 7. As you can see, issue 68, 68 point death, 69 and 70. It's all continuing. There's no sign of the end. I don't know how many issues it's going to be. Is it going to go on forever? It's going to go on until the relaunch, isn't it? The new #1, which is coming out later this year. But yeah. So, is it any good? Is it worth reading? Well, you can probably tell by the title of my review. This is not a Spider-Man comic. It's a pretty decent X-Men comic. Some good fights with the X-Men in here. And we continue with the poor Peter Parker who's given up on everything. I mean, pretty much everything. It's so annoying. It's nothing like the character that we know, that we love. That's all we want to see. If you're looking for a Spider-Man, well, not even Spider-Man, is it? But you're looking for a decent Peter Parker, check out Ultimate Spider-Man instead. But yeah, I'm going to keep reading this out of more like, you know, watching a car crash in slow motion kind of thing. But you never know. We might get a good issue out of then. Because some of the dialogue in this is quite good. There are a couple of funny scenes, but as I say, it's not a Spider-Man comic and don't come in expecting that. Okay, for a score, I'm going to give this 5 out of 10. Right, let's have a look inside the book. Let's start off by looking at the cover, and if you look closely you can see, well, you can hardly see Spider-Man on the cover. He's there, he's got his Spawn costume on, kind of, but you can see this is going to be a very strong X-Men issue, X-Men focused issue, with a little bit of Spider-Man inside. Yes, that's right, the story opens in Felicia Hardy's apartment in New York. She's bringing a cup of coffee for Peter. Looks like they slept together last night. He's like, oh, thanks, about last night. About last night, wow, that's reference to a very old 80s movie. Do you remember that? Rob Lowe, Demi Moore. Anyway, I digress. Felicia asks him to lock up when he goes. It seems that she doesn't want to talk about it, and neither does he. But it's interesting here, she does say, that's what friends do, Peter. So maybe nothing did happen, because Peter's talking about, thanks for letting me crash here. As she leaves, Peter hears a quiet buzz. He calls it the tingle of magic, one of Cyttorak's scions. And then we get pretty much what's been summing up this version of Peter Parker Spider-Man. I try to care, it doesn't work. He doesn't care. Remember, Spidey's given up. Oh, come on! So this issue is written by Justina Ireland. It's got pencils by Andrea Broccardo, inks by Scott Hanna, and also there is a flashback sequence by Nico Henrichon. Okay, let's get on to the story. Okay, so we're up to the 6th end-of-level boss. You know, that's pretty much what they are. This is the 6th scion of Cyttorak, and the one that Peter said, nah, you're alright, I can't be bothered anymore, I'm not going to fight it. So it's left in the capable hands, possibly, of the X-Men. We see Scott Summers here, Cyclops, he's about to fire. So we've got Kid Omega there, Temper, Magic, Psylocke and Cyclops attacking this thing, this huge crazy creature. It reminds them that none of you are champions, thus you have no chance. And then gets stabbed right in the head with Psylocke's psychic blade. Humans are weak next to the might of Cyttorak and his ilk. We hear a voice from beyond saying, oh yeah? Then we get a great image of Juggernaut jumping in, landing on top of this crazy monster. Just let me show the full page here, because it is a great image, gotta say. Then we see the big boss, it's Daddy, Cyttorak's throne room, he's watching it. Earth champion did not show. Will you declare the covenant nullified, father, or we let them fight? The crumbs of my father's power that you possess do not make us kin. We see the X-Men doing their best to protect the people surrounding the area. Then the demon monster smacks Juggernaut flying. You are no son of Cyttorak, you are no champion. Then look at this, surprise, surprise, we finally get to Peter again. What's he doing? He's sat on his own in his apartment having a cup of coffee. A strange-looking Doctor Strange? Is it Doctor Strange appears? Peter, we need to talk. Why, aren't you tired of telling me the same thing over and over? Aren't we getting tired of seeing Peter written like this? I know I am. Doctor Strange tells Peter he has to tell him about the blight. We get this great quip from Peter Parker. Pass. Unsubscribe. Whether you like it or not, you will hear what I have to say about the blight. Back to the Crimson Chaos, and this is Calyx, one of the brothers, who in the couple of issues ago, I'm not sure which one it was, maybe got infected by the blight. He's sat here with his rot dogs, as he calls them. What? No, what is this affliction? No. His rot dogs don't seem too happy. As you can see, there's some kind of weird black thing on his legs and his face. Looks a bit like the symbiote, but it's not. As it takes hold of his body, he says he can feel the power. There's so much to be done. Come, my hounds, we have work to do. And then in a narration box it's Dr. Strange telling the story of the blight. When I first encountered the blight, it nearly destroyed me. I was younger then. And here we get the art change. It's pretty cool, I like it. I like Dr. Strange at the top there. The secrets of the universe were revealed to me. I was filled with wonder and awe, but was still not ready for the cosmic energy known as the blight. He goes on to say that the more he studied it, the more he learned, the more he realized it was a huge threat to Earth and everything I hold dear. I tried to destroy it, but it was a wasted effort. The blight is eternal, a force of nature. It exists to extinguish life. If it were to find humanity, it would be our end. Then we're back with Doctor Strange and Peter and the cats. Strange says he searched for a way to destroy it, but it seemed to be impossible. There was only one option he was left with, the spell for the casket. I made the bargain with Cyttorak that resulted in this covenant. And that's basically what this whole 8 Deaths of Spider-Man's about. The casket is the only thing keeping the blight from perceiving the earth and raining misery down upon us all. What it does, through an affliction known as soul rot, an endless torture where living things seek out the things they love the most and then destroy them. So, how does Peter react to all this? Well, you can probably guess, can't you, with the way he's been written. I understand what you're saying, Strange, but does it matter? We save people from that. Something as bad or worse comes anyway. You need to snap out of this, Peter. The X-Men are brave to take on Cradius, but they aren't the champion. You were chosen. You agreed. You were given all the tools you needed. If you do not return to the field of battle, the blight will destroy everything. They will lose. And Peter responds with, I wish you and the X-Men all the luck in the world. And that's it. That's it. And you may as well leave as well. Or stay and keep up your creepy surveillance. It makes no difference to me, Syrah. Is it Syrah, or Syra? Come on. This is not Peter Parker. This is not Spider-Man. God knows who it is. We switch back to the battle between Juggernaut and whoever it is. I can't remember his name. Cardio? Do you yield? Says Juggernaut. And surprisingly he says, I yield. You may have won this day, but then something from behind sticks a hand or fist, his whole arm through him. We hear a voice. Foolish brother. He may yield, but I do not. No. It's Calyx, the brother infected with the blight. I, Calyx, and my rot dogs claim the earth as our own. Go, show them what it means to suffer. But wait, here come the X-Men. Kane, go after the new guy. Okay, I just want to show this next sequence because it's actually quite funny. So we see the X-Men taking down the rot dogs, whatever they are. Juggernaut goes running towards the new guy. Hey, you're late. The party's over, pal. Juggernaut throws a punch, but Calyx stops it with ease. Look at that. He just puts his hand out. Huh? My father sees fit to bestow his best gifts on everyone but me, but I have something better now. Boom! He knocks Juggernaut flying like he knocked him into the middle of next week. I just love the expression on his face here, the bottom panel. Magic's running in going, Kane, you okay? He's like, no one stops the Juggernaut. He's out. He's almost gone. No, Cradius. He can't be. He cannot die. Oh, mortal. Things are not looking good for New York or planet Earth. Okay, that's where the issue ends. Well, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching this far. Yeah, look, we've still got it all to come. Got to say, there's a pretty awesome cover for Amazing Spidey 68, next issue. That's awesome. But yeah, it's just more of the same. There's a Doom takes over tie in there as well, as you can see. But I don't know. This is such a poor series right now. It's a shadow of its former Spidey self. Okay, this has been Gray, Wakizashi Teahouse, signing off here for the night. It's quite late as I finished recording this. Now I've just got to edit it. That takes bloody ages. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you in a future video. Mata ne.